Okay, so it's a tad late, but a lot of my upcoming reviews are going to be a tad late. I mean, I have reviews from months ago that I just haven't gone around to editing, but we're going to try and get through this, okay? But, yeah, I got to see The Watchers yesterday at the time of my recording of this, and, yeah, it was overall a pretty good experience. Let's get into my thoughts.
What is this place? Who are you?
We're just like you. Lost.
They come every night. They watch us until the sun rises again. It's a window on the other side.
Okay, so if you didn't know, The Watchers... Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't The Watcher, it was Watchers. The Watchers is Shyamalan movie. I want to say M. Night Shyamalan, but it's actually his daughter. I think it's Alicia or Aisha Shyamalan. I think it's Ishana Night Shyamalan. And like one of the posters, I swear for this, was the next chapter by Shyamalan or something like that. Like definitely capitalizing on her dad's name. This is like a horror thriller movie about a girl stuck in the woods, and there were these creatures watching her and a few other prisoners stuck in this like box out in the woods, and like they're trying to figure out what the deal is with these creatures and how to escape and whatnot. And I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, overall it was a pretty decent creature feature. I mean, one of the complaints that someone said when I went to go see it with them was that they wish they showed the creatures a little bit more, and I have to agree with them. Like, there's like this perfect balance in some horror movies where, yeah, you don't show the creature right away, but you do want to eventually show it, and there's some movies they like never show the creature, and in this, you kind of get like a silhouette of one, but ultimately you don't fully get to see the creatures in this. I mean, you have a general idea of how they look, but there's not one scene where you see the full creature in all of its glory. It's like you see a hand in one, you see their back in another, you see their face in one scene, and you can kind of like mentally pitch them all together at a certain point. But ultimately, yeah, she was right. They probably should have shown the creature a little bit more in this film. Now, props to the cast and Dakota Fanning. They all did a good job. It's really neat seeing a child actor that I grew up watching actually doing some like wider range stuff instead of just being the cute kid. Like, this is kind of a cool different path for her. I'd like to see Dakota Fanning in more horror, action, and science fiction projects. I thought her Oat Studios short she did was like one of the better ones, and it's like, yeah, definitely Dakota, please do some more sci-fi action horror stuff, because I think you kind of have a knack for it. I liked her in this film. I thought that she was a pretty solid character. Some of the other characters, the character development's a little bit lacking. But like, you know, I don't know her name, but the old woman in this movie, she did a pretty good job. And like overall, I did kind of want to see what happened next with these characters, and I thought they were done pretty well. Now, my one kind of really big criticism with this film is that the director, I kind of felt like she didn't want to rest entirely on her laurels, and she fell back onto trying to do her dad's signature, what a twist, ending. And there's definitely a twist towards the end of this film, which I was expecting because of her last name. Unfortunately, she tried doing like 4 or 5. I mean, you have like these little micro twists, and then you had like the really big ones. It's like, I don't think these were terribly necessary. I think you could have had these revelations appear more naturally throughout the film, and probably would have even been more captivating if some of these revelations happened spread out throughout the film. But it's like, no, we're in the last 10 minutes, so let's do like 3 micro twists and 2 major twists. And it's like, it didn't work for me. What was revealed did, keep that in mind, what was revealed did work for me, but I didn't like how they were revealed. I think they could have done them in a more natural way that would have captivated the audience much better. But instead, all I've been hearing about it is like, yeah, the Shyamalans do love their twists. And I've been hearing people criticize this movie for being, you know, just not great because of the reveals. And honestly, one reviewer, they were saying they loved the first half, but once you finally found out what the Watchers were, it descended into chaos and it wasn't good. I actually liked the reveal of what the Watchers were. I thought, okay, this is kind of interesting. Like, I'd be kind of interested to see a sequel to this following not the Watchers, but something else that would be connected with what the Watchers actually are. I don't want to spoil this, but the Watchers are something you kind of heard of before, and it'd be kind of neat to see, like, this director do another movie, maybe following Dakota Fanning, as she interacts with another one of these creatures that aren't the Watchers, but there's something else entirely. I think that would actually be a really cool sequel, so definitely do that. But yeah, no, I ultimately enjoyed this film. I liked it. I thought the pacing was pretty good. I think it was only like an hour and a half. A couple of things that I thought, I don't know if that would happen. But at least you gave me a bullshit excuse on how that would happen. Basically, it's like, oh yeah, a bunch of people decided to pitch in so that this would stay open, and it's just like, I don't buy it, but at least you gave me an explanation. You know, like, so I was kind of like had that a few times. But, yeah, overall, I did enjoy this. Pretty decent creature feature. Couple of issues, but I would say for like a first time major directing gig, Aisha did a pretty good job, and I definitely want to see something else she does down the road. And I apologize if I got your name wrong. I'll put her name right here. And so yeah, overall I had fun with The Watchers. I thought it was a pretty fun, decent time, good creature feature film. I'll probably buy it. And so yeah, but that's been my review of The Watchers. My name's Chris O'Connell with 11 Hour Reviews, and that will be all for today.